So before we begin, you want to make sure that you're seated in a position which is comfortable. You can sit on the floor with your legs crossed. I'm seated in a seat with my legs on a stool so that they're sort of crossed. You want to have your back upright. Just kind of relax the tension in your body. Place your right hand over your left like that in the meditation mudra. So you just kind of relax the tension in your body and meditate on the breath for a few moments. This will be an instruction video for people who are new to the generation stage of meditation. I'm new myself, actually. I've only been practicing this for half a year or so, but I think I understand it fairly well enough to kind of accomplish the goals of the meditation to a degree. So to help my friends, and especially my friend Johnny, to practice these sadhanas, especially the white Tara, I'll record this practice meditation. So, this instruction meditation on the white Tara practice anyway. So, again, like I said, before you begin the meditation, because it is a meditation and you're going to take your time as you read it, you're going to let it soak in. You're not going to rush. You want to clear your mind before you begin. So just relax the tension in your body. Sit upright with your hands folded on top of one another on your lap. So you can just kind of meditate like that for a few moments. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or through the mouth. Breathe in so gently that you can't even hear the sound of your breathing. Posture is very important. Like I said, you want to keep your back straight, relaxed. Before I begin sadhanas, sometimes I like to chant the Vajraheruka mantra either 1 or 7 times. So I'll chant it just one time, and then we'll begin the sadhana. It's nice to print out the booklets. Lama Kunga Rinpoche has made it so that you can print out the booklets and have them readily available so you can take them anywhere you like. It's good to have them like that so you can meditate outside. So first, before we begin Vajraheruka mantra, this will repair our samaya, which is our bond with the empowering Guru. Om benza heruka samaya manupalaya heruka tenopa tita dido me bawa sutokayo me bawa subokayo me bawa anurato me bawa sawasidi me dayat sawakama sutame chitam suriyam guruhum hoy bhagavan benza heruka mame manza heruka bawa mahasamaya sato. So beginning, you can take our hands and kind of fold them like this at our heart. And usually these sadhanas begin with going for refuge and bodhichitta and the 4 immeasurables. So we'll repeat this 3 times and then the 4 immeasurables once. But in this very concise sadhana, it's only instructed here to repeat it once, but we're going to do it 3 times. There's short sadhanas, very concise sadhanas, and long sadhanas. This is a very short one. So place your hands at your heart, and we'll repeat this bodhicitta and refuge. To the 3 jewels I go for refuge. For the benefit of liberation I practice the Aryatara. Again, you want to keep your posture good. Remember that you're meditating. This isn't just reading. You want to allow for moments of meditation to pass in between the intervals. You want to keep the prayers fresh in your mind always. Focus only on the prayers. Focus one-pointedly on the praying that you're doing and the visualization that you're doing. Don't let your mind get distracted. If it gets distracted, keep bringing it back. And constantly refresh your mind as you do this, and you'll find that as you do this visualization and prayers, it will build and build and build and build. To the 3 jewels I go for refuge. For the benefit of liberation I practice the Aryatara. To the 3 jewels I go for refuge. For the benefit of liberation I practice the Aryatara. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings have the supreme happiness which knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in immeasurable equanimity, free from attachment and aversion to near and far. See, my hand is still at my heart here, my hands. So you want to refresh your mind as you finish before we do the emptiness mantra. Refresh your mind what you've chanted before. So you keep it fresh in your mind by going over it one more time mentally. So repeat it again mentally. Until it's clear and completely present in your mind. So you definitely feel the faith in going to the triple gem. You feel the faith of practicing Aryatara for the benefit of liberation. You feel the faith of wanting all beings to be happy, free from suffering, have happiness which is free from suffering, and abide in that immeasurable equanimity. You want to feel that deeply. And then you chant the emptiness mantra. And this is emptiness in the sense that everything is constantly changing. After you chant this mantra, you want to feel that your aggregates, the form, feeling, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness, which comprise your personality, sometimes they're called the psychological aggregates. These psychological aggregations, you want to feel that they are completely pure, free from the stains of delusion. And as such, they don't believe in, or they're free from the belief in a separate essence. And as such, the aggregates, they become pure, completely, utterly empty of delusion, of belief in an independent self. And that's what it means when they talk about emptiness in the Madhyamaka sense, that it's empty of its own being, and so it's utterly infinite in its potential. That's what it means. So you feel that the elements and aggregations, psychological aggregations of your essence become that as you chant the mantra. Om Swabhava Shuddho Sarva Dharma Swabhava Shuddho Hang. Rest in that emptiness for a moment. then when thoughts stop arising, you're not grasping at delusion of belief in a separate self. When your mind becomes that purity of the absolute field of potential of shunyata, as the Buddha boy called it, then you want to feel and recite the next part. From the state of emptiness, above a lotus and moon, is my mind as the white letter Tam. So you visualize this. From emptiness arises a lotus and a moon disk. So visualize this in your mind. From the emptiness arises a lotus and a moon disk. From that emptiness arises a lotus and moon disk, upon which appears your mind in the nature of a shining white Tam. So visualize it, a shining white Tam. It's pictured right here in the book. So you visualize that until you can see it in your mind, like a flash of memory. Or you might even see it visibly. It has a Nad Bindu at the top, a bar which looks like a 5, comes down in a little squiggly, on top of a moon disk which is white, and a lotus which is usually has blue and green petals. So hold your mind on that visualization. Now you see that this Tam, instantly it transforms into white Tara. Okay, visualize that. And when you do that, you want to visualize that you are white Tara. Okay, so your mind has just become white Tara right now. Take on her mood, her energy, her purity and love and wisdom. Take it on completely, because you remember that your form, your aggregates, and the elements in your body are infinite potential. They're never a static phenomena, always flashing and changing. So you're taking hold of this process and steering it towards white Tara by means of this seed syllable in tantric visualization. Okay, so the Tam transforms into Arya Tara with a body white in color. You repeat this out loud. From the state of emptiness, above a lotus and moon is my mind with the white letter Tam. The Tam transforms into Arya Tara with a body white in color. Her hand is in the supreme generosity. So her hand is in the mudra of giving, of generosity, which looks like this, kind of holding it out. You can look at the picture of Tara. In fact, you want to stare at it so you can visualize it very powerfully. Stare at that picture of Tara. Whether you have it printed out or look at your computer, stare at it and feel that you are that. That your mind and your body and speech have just become the deity. Mind, body, speech, qualities, and activities have just become the deity. Instead of saying her hand, you should say my hand. My right hand is in the supreme generosity. My left holds a nupala, so my left hand. You can even put your hands in the mudras like that and hold them at your heart and on your knee. I smile peacefully. I have 7 eyes of primordial wisdom. There's 2 eyes on the soles of your feet, 2 on your hands, and 2 eyes where they normally are, and then a 3rd on your forehead. So you have 7 eyes of primordial wisdom. Your hands are in the generosity mudra and the 3 gems mudra at your heart, holding the stem of a blue upala. I smile peacefully. I have 7 eyes of primordial wisdom. I am wearing silks and jewel ornaments. My back is supported by a moon. I am seated with 2 feet in the Vajra posture. So you can either sit like that or just visualize that you're sitting like that. Remember that you are white Tara right now. Something that I think sometimes in the generation stage part is that after you die, there will be no clinging on to this form that you're in now. And you've had infinite amounts of forms before. So there's a continuum, just like a dream, a continuum of one dream to the next dream where you've taken on different forms. So it's not something static and defined completely. But after this life, you will have to relinquish this form. So might as well give up your attachment to this form right here and now and realize the form of white Tara as the essential nature of that Buddha mind, which you are inexorably intertwined with due to interdependent origination and the egolessness of all things. So because of that emptiness, you can become white Tara. In fact, you already are white Tara. Her nature is never separate from all beings. So in this way, generate faith that you are white Tara. Now, we repeat the next part. In the heart is a white 8-spoked wheel with 5 rims. In the middle is a thumb surrounded by the pair, Om in front, Ha in back. On the 8 spokes are the 8 letters, Ta, Re, etc., surrounded by the garlands. Purifying the rims are the essence of dependent origination, Vajras, and the 5 lights. So the 5 wisdom lights, which are white, red, blue, yellow, green. These 5 wisdom lights shine forth in samsara and nirvana. They gather the pure essence, dissolving into me, increasing the excellent attainments of life, merit, and primordial wisdom. So as we chant this mantra, and by the way, we're going to change the mantra a little bit. Sometimes it's a little bit different, but depending on who you ask and hear chanting, and Garchen Rinpoche has made it a little bit different. So you move the jnana, or we're going to say jnana because that's how he said it. It's important what your initiating guru says, not exactly what the mantra is listed at somewhere on the internet, but what your empowering guru says is the most important thing to chant, just like that. So we're going to chant the way that he chanted, Om Tare Ture Mama Ayar Jnana Punya Pushtam Guru Soha, or Jnana. It's really pronounced Jnana, but since he says Jnana, we're going to say it like that. So we're going to chant this just this time 108 times, but I like to do it, times 5 or times 3, depending. So we're going to chant it 108 times, and it's important to do this while we hold our mind one-pointedly on that previous visualization of the chakra, the wheel, at the heart of white Tara, So we're visualizing ourselves as white Tara. This chakra is at our heart. We visualize it as best we can, and we visualize that light goes out as we chant, gathering all of the essence of all things in samsara and nirvana, gathering this essence and absorbing it into ourselves, dissolving it into me, which increases the attainment of the excellent attainments of long life, merit, and primordial wisdom. So hold this visualization as we chant the mantra 108 times. Om Dare Tare Tere Mama Aya Gyana Pune Pusham Kuruso. Om Dare Tare Tere Mama Aya Jnana Pune Pusham Kuruso. Om Dare Tare Tere Mama Aya Jnana Pune Pusham Kuruso. Om Dare Tare Tere Mama Aya Jnana Pune Pusham Kuruso. Om Dare Tare Tere Mama Aya Jnana Pune Pusham Kuruso. Om Dare Tare Tere Mama Aya Jnana Pune Pusham Kuruso. Om Dare Tare Tere Mama Aya Jnana Pune Pusham Kuruso. Om Dare Tare Tere Mama Aya Jnana Pune Pusham Kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Remember that you are white Tara now. Keep refreshing yourself this visualization. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om tare te tare tere mama ayajnana pune pusham kuruso. Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Bane Bhajan Kuraso Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Bane Bhajan Kuraso Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Bane Bhajan Kuraso Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Bane Bhajan Kuraso Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Bane Bhajan Kuraso Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Bane Bhajan Kuraso Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Bane Bhajan Kuraso Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Bane Bhajan Kuraso Om Dare 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 Mama Aya Jana Punya Putten Kuraso. Then you want to remain for a moment in Samadhi, visualizing yourself as white Tara. Gonna take her mudras again, holding the blue upala, smiling peacefully, 7 eyes of primordial wisdom. Just meditate as white Tara at the end of your mantra practice. Adopt the divine pride of being white Tara. The pride of non-duality between yourself and the Buddha nature. That you are the Buddha nature. No one else has any higher claim to non-duality, to the essence of Buddha nature than your own self. The multicolored light gathered from the universe is blazing, purifying your aura and your body inside and out, purifying all of samsara. Sometimes you can sing the mantra or sing Vajra songs or put the mantra on a music version of it, or you can whatever, but that kind of tends to heighten our experience, so I'll sing it a little bit. Om Dare Ture Mama Ayo Gyana Punya Putim Guru So. Om Dare Ture Mama Aya Gyana Punya Putim Guru Soha. Om Dare Ture Mama Aya Gyana Punya Putim Guru Soha. Om Dare Ture Mama Aya Gyana Punya Putim Guru Soha. Om Dare Ture Mama Aya Gyana Punya Putim Guru Soha. Om Dare Ture Mama Aya Gyana Punya Putim Guru Soha. Om Dare Ture Mama Aya Gyana Punya Putim Guru Soha. Om Dare Ture Mama Aya Gyana Punya Putim Guru Soha. Om Dare Ture Mama Aya Gyana Punya Putim Guru Soha. So now, towards the end, it's not listed here, but we want to visualize that a light goes out from our heart, absorbing the lotus and moon disk into white Tara's body. And then a light goes out from the rosary of mantra, absorbing white Tara's body into the mantra wheel at our heart. This then absorbs into the Tam at the center, so the Tam is shining with the absorption of all of samsara and nirvana and white Tara into it. And then the Tam absorbs into the upper bar at the top of the letter, which absorbs into the point, the bindu. The bindu then dissolves into the nod, into the squiggle, which represents sound energy. And this nod then dissolves into the union of clear light and awareness. And then you meditate on that clear light and awareness, co-emergent clear light and awareness. So now we want to finish by dedicating the merit to all beings. By the merit of having quickly attained the stage of Chinta Chakra Tara, may I place on that stage all beings without exception. And so that finishes the short, concise meditation of White Tara. Because of my having to give some explanations, it took a little bit longer than it will take when you just master it on your own. So practice a lot, practice every day and master it, and you'll feel this amazing transformation of body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities into those of the deity. You'll see everything as the deity. You're grasping at the delusory nature of how things appear to be to the conceptual mind will cease. You'll enter into meditation easily and serenely, and continue to keep the waters of initiation, which you received at the empowerment, flowing. So best wishes with your practice, and thank you.